Back in the day when I was young, dumb and full of energy, I was a ski instructor in Whistler for a few years. Now, so many elements of human psychology, as I'm sure you can imagine, showed up on the ski slopes every single time I worked. Most notably, fear. Now, moving back to a ski resort in Bulgaria, believe it or not, that's where I am right now, I go skiing every week and I see the same things cropping up over and over again, and it's made me realize just how relevant that element of human psychology, that element of fear, is in our day-to-day lives, how it manifests, and also how it shows up in the work that we do with our clients. Now, most of the falls that I see skiers make, and snowboarders, it's when they come up to a slope that they don't necessarily feel they're capable of and they freak out, they have a bit of a meltdown. They try and make the turn, they don't really put the effort in, and then they do what all humans do when they're afraid of something, and they lean back, they move away from their problem. And what does that do? It unbalances them. They lose control, they gain too much speed, they don't approach the corner with enough ferocity, with enough purpose, and then of course they end up crashing. Now, in each and every case, those people were more than capable of making that turn, but they let their fear get in the way. It impacted their mind, it impacted their body, and then they fell, and then of course they have a story that, oh look, I was never capable of doing that in the first place. Now, this shows up so many times in the work that we do with our clients. If you're going to go on that journey to know yourself and find your playground, and truly pick up and uncover the real you and uncover your true path, it's like looking down that slope and seeing all of these painful turns and potential realizations and slips and falls. And then what people do sometimes is they lean back, they lean away from that challenge, and then all of a sudden the challenge wins, it continues to take hold, and then the story that they're defeated remains. Now, the people that we work with that really succeed are the ones that step into that corner, they see the slope, and they lean into it. They lean into their fears. They commit to the turn. They know that they've got enough confidence in themselves to deal with it, enough physical skill, enough emotional strength, and then they make the turn and then they nail it. Then the confidence builds and they keep momentum going, and then they make the next turn and the next turn and the next turn, and then all of a sudden, by the time they get past that first slope, their story and their narrative of what they can deal with has changed. That they look back at that and they can see what they can actually cope with and what they can break through. So I ask you, are you on this journey to know yourself and find your playground? Have you made those turns yet? And if not, what stopped you? Is it fear? How do you approach those turns? Do you lean back away from your challenge, or do you lean into it with confidence, knowing that you've got enough mental and physical capability to make that turn?